Hi, this is Glenn Mazzari, and you're watching EVH Gear discussion with Eric Broadbent.
Sorry, everybody. Eric Bradman here with a live update. Couple little technical difficulties there, but yeah, a live update today in the studio here, and I've got this thing that I've been talking about for a while. A little hard to see. Anyways, this thing had been waiting to get from my guys at EVH and over to my friend Adam at FU-Tone, and Adam has turned this guitar inside and out, front and back, every 6 ways from Sunday, and made this thing scream. Thought I'd share this with some of you tonight. I'm not really going to do a review overall of what the FU-Tone stuff is on here because it deserves its own video. Phenomenal what he's done to this thing. And honestly, I can't do it justice in a quick live hangout to show you what he's done to it. I can kind of show you some cosmetics, but I'm not going to show you the audio tone of it yet because that's going to be a big video I'm going to put a lot of stock into. Really going to show you the meat and potatoes of this guitar, what can be done. But anyways, I got a couple things open here on Facebook. I've got the Eddie Van Halen group open, so I'm trying to follow some comments there, and I'm also going to try to follow comments on my Facebook page as well too if anyone's asking me some questions here. But yeah, so this arrived at Adam's place last week, and I gave Adam a little wish list of some stuff that I wanted to have on here. And as an FU-Tone endorsed artist, it's nice to be able to work with the man directly and kind of dictate, what you like in guitar and have him bounce some ideas back at you. And what he's done for me is absolutely phenomenal. It's really, really cool. The guitar is took it out of the box. I had to tune it a little bit. Obviously, Adam probably slackened off the strings a little bit for me for shipping. And it arrived here today, probably around the 12:30 mark. I was working until 4:30, so I was tortured throughout the day to wait till I get home and play this thing. And I tell you, about 4.5 hours of wait felt like 9, 10, 12 hours. Fortunately, I was busy at the office, so it made my day go by a little bit faster than normal. But I'm thrilled with the guitar cosmetically. One thing I have to say, but the first thing I noticed with this guitar is no, this is a veneer top, obviously transparent with a veneer top. The veneer is not the same in any one of these guitars. And I can show you, I actually probably saw the photos I posted earlier online between the two that we have here. There's no difference between the two. I mean, there's no comparison between the two of them. Completely different. So that thin veneer top is different on each of these guitars. And my buddy Josh Smith, who owns the Blueburst guitar, the same one, Wolfgang standard transparent Blueburst, he had mentioned the fact that he's looked at his and he's looked at some others and he thought there were some differences. And until I've seen two myself in the same room, with my own eyes, I didn't realize there was a difference, but there is. So very, very cool. Guitar feels great in my hands. There's a great weight to this thing. And I know you guys will probably think I might be a little bit crazy, but the neck difference between this one and the other one that you've seen that we have here, this one feels a little skinnier. I know it shouldn't be. I'm just saying that's what it feels like right out of the get go. This one feels a little skinnier. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the old Kramer, Kramer necks, the Strikers, that kind of stuff. It just feels a little skinnier. I have to do it again tomorrow, give an honest comparison, but I'm telling you straight up, it does feel a little different than the other Wolfgang standard that we have here, the same model. Crazy. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. We'll do a comparison. But I'll just go over some of the things that Adam's done for me to keep this one different or make this one different from the other stock model that we have here. A couple of things you're going to notice right away. You're going to notice the kill switch, the LED kill switch. Pretty awesome. Probably turn that on in the back and you can see it glow here. There you go. Kill switch. Pretty awesome. Stainless steel locking screws. We've got the titanium string lock blocks in here as well. Obviously, the stainless steel screws in the back for the block screws at the back there as well. A black D-Tuna. I was going to have Adam put on a chrome one, and I'm glad he elected to use his own discretion and put on a black one because with this black chrome, or they actually call it, do they call it black nickel? Something like that? Something of that nature. I call it black chrome, but black nickel, whatever. The black D-Tuna does look a little nicer than I think if I would have went with the chrome. So thank you, Adam, for using your discretion on that one. Now we flip the baby over, and this way you see some cool stuff as well too. We've got the noiseless springs here, as you can see. I've got 2 of those, and these got some serious tension. I had to loosen off the screws here a little bit just to give myself a little bit more flexibility, because I like a little bit of a more slinky bar. But these are great. There's no sound to those at all. And I have to double check Adam's comments on the brass block. I want to say something like a 37L or something like that. I'm probably wrong on that. He'll correct us in the comments below. But the brass block, and it just adds so much sustain to the guitar. And here again tonight, I'm not gonna do a comparison. I'm not gonna give you an audio demo of this guitar yet, because it honestly needs its own video, and that's what I am working on. I've been storyboarding this thing like for the past couple of days, how I'm gonna shoot this video to do an A/B shootout. I just want to kind of share my excitement of having the guitar, the cosmetics of the guitar, that kind of stuff, and I'm stoked. Now this was actually kind of neat. My guys at EVH had sent me, I'm not sure if you can see it in the picture here, but they sent me a black whammy bar as opposed to the smoke chrome or the black nickel, whatever you want to call it. Try to get there, you can see. And they said, no problem, we're going to send you the proper whammy bar for it. And that's cool. They're still going to do that. And then Adam was saying, you know what, I like the black. And Sandra Lee, my fiance here, she's saying, yeah, I like the black too. It's pretty cool. So I'm probably going to keep the smoke chrome when they sent to me as a spare. But that doesn't, trying to get the angle there. That does look pretty darn cool with the black. So I'm going to probably keep that as well. But the guitar right out of the box plays nice. And that's all I'm going to give you for tone, because I got to save this tone for the other ones. But I've got a couple of comments here on Facebook, and one guy is saying, now apparently Matthew Fott, if I got your name right, he must be thinking I invented the D-Tuna. That I did not invent the D-Tuna. He said, walk me through how you came up with the D-Tuna. I've always found that device really interesting, and I know the Ibanez tried to copy your invention to a degree, and it was lacking. I remember seeing that on the Ibanez, the one that had like a kind of a slip back thing. It was built right almost into the body there. I remember seeing that on the guitar. I did not make the D-Tuna. I can't build anything. I can build Lego, so I certainly can't build a D-Tuna. But Adam at FU-Tone.com can probably walk you through some of that invention. Look up FU-Tone.com on the internet, or look up D-Tuna.com, and you can find out some more information on that. I certainly didn't have anything to do with that. I love the product, trust me, but I have nothing to do with that. Just going to go a couple through other comments here as well. I know one of my buddies was asking if these were like an actual real wood top, and it is a veneer top on them, just like I mentioned a moment ago. But it's like very, very thin veneer, but they are different, because when I show you, if you see the picture that I posted earlier, I think it may be the thumbnail of this video, I'm not 100% sure, but you'll see the comparison between the two guitars, and the veneering is different completely. But what I'm doing here, I did an unboxing video this evening as well. When I got home, we had shot a video, and we had little Eric's same model of this guitar, the purple standard as well. And we just unboxed this one and got to see some of the goodies that Adam threw in there. And I'm going to take that one. I'll probably post that one online tomorrow. And then over the course of the weekend, I have a busy schedule this weekend as well. Obviously working full time, running my own business, and other curriculars that we have going on. I'm going to try to plan some time to get this video shot. And I'm going to do an A/B shootout. We're going to play the Wolfgang standard direct right from the factory. No stock, nothing changed on that. Not even strap locks on that guitar. And then we're going to take the same, basically the exact same guitar, but with the FU-Tone upgrades on it, and we're going to hear what that one can do. And it was quite nice. A couple nights back, actually it's got to be probably about 3-4 nights back, I got the sneak peek of this. The family here, we FaceTimed Adam at FU-Tone, and he showed us hands-on. He was playing the guitar, and you've seen the video probably. It's on my channel, and it's on FU-Tone's channel as well, of Adam demoing the guitar. And we were all, the 4 of us, myself, Sandra, little Eric, and Adam himself, were ecstatic and giddy over the tone that was happening out of his guitar. He would hit a note, and it would just like sustain for like forever, basically until he put his hand and palm muted the guitar. It just went forever. So we were completely ecstatic over that. I don't know who was more excited. I think Adam was just as excited as we were. And going back to some of my other videos as well too, with these guitars, we've tried to find faults with them. This is like the lowest line of the Wolfgang lineup from EVH Gear, entry level, and the retail price on these things, plus what you can spend at FU-Tone to upgrade these things, you could buy 3 of these easily and upgrade them, with FU-Tone to what you can have an American guitar. Phenomenal. And don't let anyone fool you when they say import stuff is junk. I mean, with CNC machines and the technology today, the only thing different, really, honestly, is the cost of labor and parts. Things are made. Now, there might be some things that you want to change. You might want to change some of the, maybe you want to change the tuning pegs or the, the fine tuners or anything like that. Maybe you change the Floyd. I don't even know if you want to even do that. Honestly, the stuff just rocks right out of the box. Give it to Adam. Buy some stuff from Adam if you can't send it to Adam, and you can have a hot rod guitar in no time at all. And I mean, really, don't break the bank on your guitars. I have some American guitars here. I've got many American guitars here, and you'd think that I'd want to be strictly preaching the American gospel of the product, but it's not. I've been playing, like, the little Eric has had this guitar, hit the one that's upstairs with the stock model. He's had it here for several months now since his birthday, and I pick up his guitar more than I pick up my guitars. Some of them you can see back there as well. I've got the Stripe series. I've got a Japanese special. I've got some of the American PVs and so on and so forth. I tend to pick up his guitar, which is like similar to this one, same model, non-modified, and I pick up the Stripe series just for the sole fact that they feel really good. They're inspiring, and not even plugged into an amplifier. They inspire you to play. I got a couple other comments here as well too. Johnny Bean saying, "Love those guitars. Played one at NAMM. Awesome." Yo, Adam, sweet, very cool, Johnny. Michael Smith, the guitar almost looks like it goes from purple to a shade of blue when you turn it. Yeah, that's probably just my lights. I've got horrible. I'm not using my studio lights tonight. I'm just using regular incandescent lights, and I hate that light bulb. But my lights are off to the side there. I haven't hooked them up, so I can see where there's differences in color. But yeah, Michael, you can see that there is a bit of a flip flop to it. But under the proper lighting, this thing is an absolute beaut. Love it to death. Phenomenal. It's a very heavy guitar too for the series. It's heavier, way heavier than the Stripes. It's heavier than my Chinese or Japanese special. Let's see what else we've got here as well too. A couple of the people. Okay, some of the people thought I was going live about 30 minutes. Yeah, when I set up my YouTube broadcast, it was saying it was going to be about 30 minutes, and I just triggered it live. Okay. Yeah, but anyways, I thank all the guys that are joining in just to check this out. And I promise over the course of the weekend, I will get that other video shot. And Victor Montanez, what a beautiful guitar, dude. Yes, thank you, Victor. Trust me, love it to death. I was dying today waiting to get home. I felt like saying to the boss, yeah, you know what, I'm sick, I'm going home. But unfortunately, I've been talking about this guitar for 2 weeks. And everybody in the next door neighbor knew I was getting this guitar today. So if I would have went home sick today, it would have been pretty obvious that I wasn't sick. I'm surprised it didn't say go home and get your guitar, dude, but it didn't happen. But funny thing is, I come home, plugged in for a little bit. I ran through I'm not sure if you can see it back there, the lunchbox and the 412 EVH 5150, and only had about a half an hour to do that. And I promised the better half would go outside and do some planting and plant some rose bushes. So she always comes first, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm back in here, got a shower, hopped on the guitar for a little bit more. And something I've been neglecting a little bit back there. You can see that nice 412 EVH 5150 100 watt half stack. I've been neglecting that thing. Since I got the lunchbox about a month back, I've been playing that thing ridiculously solid. I love that amplifier, but my 100 watt half stack has been neglected a little bit. And this weekend I'm going to fire it up, and I'm probably, one of the things I intend to do when I do this AB shootout video is I plan on doing through the 100 watt half stack. And the reason why I want to start on the clean channel, because I really want you to hear what both of these guitars pre FU-Tone and post FU-Tone sound like, and the clean channel is one good way to do that. And I think you'll really hear the guitar resonate. Then of course we're going to get into the dirty channel, and we're going to give that a real shot as well too. But oh yeah, hang on. So Jeff is saying, Jeff Higgins, and Jeff Higgins is one of my photographer buddies. He's a big Van Halen fan and a great photographer, and we kind of inspire each other for photography. We're both from the different AB worlds. Well, I'm a Nikon guy, he's a Canon guy, but nonetheless, he's saying, hey Eric, the kill switch new guitars in a different location as others I've seen. Is there a reason yours is the way it is now instead of more to the front of the guitar? No, what Jeff is referring to is, like, obviously Eddie's, it's hard to, I'm looking backwards on the camera here. Eddie's on the Tour Relic Wolfgang he's been playing, which our friend Gerd Metzger has, and a few other lucky people have. It's up right up here, and you can buy those as well too. That's a different style of kill switch. To do that one, there's considerable more routing. If you look on the back of the guitar, okay, so we're looking at about here. There's a round plate that has to be dug out and recessed here, and there's wiring that has to go through the cavity and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying which way is better than the other, but there's more substantial routing to your guitar, and that wasn't something I wanted to do. Adam's is more right into the cavity, so there's the one that Adam put in right there, and then the cavity is right on the back, and there's your on and off switch as well too. So it's a no-brainer to put it there. And when it's funny too, because Adam would kind of ask me, where do I want mine? And I just kind of held my fingers on the volume pot, and I figured, okay, if I'm going to rest my fingers on the volume pot, I want to be able to tap right around this area here. And I just sent him a picture of my guitar, and I said, I just put a little white dot with a Photoshop and said, okay, right about this position here. And he just guessed it, got it. So I find if I rest my finger on here, I can tap it, and it works perfect. And you can, this is something I didn't know. I guess if I would have asked Adam, I would have known this. I thought you had to have the kill switch engaged, like the switch on the back, to be able to use the kill switch. But really, all that switch on the back does is just turn on the LED. You can still use it without. The LED looks very cool though. And he has those in white, red, and blue, if I'm correct. And I had to make an executive decision there. I thought, well, with a purple guitar, what color would I want to go with? And I think I made the right choice by going with white. I think it looks pretty darn awesome. Turn it on again and show you. It looks pretty cool. I like the white. I can't see any other color looking really good on this one. Maybe on the blue one, like my buddy Josh has. Blue might look really nice on that one. I'd probably go blue on the transparent blueburst, and I think I may pick up one of those guitars. Not that I need another one, but who does, right? Who doesn't? Michael Smith, one of my guys who's always supporting me here, is I have an EVH Wolfgang Special Japanese made one, and I love it. However, I'm strongly thinking of doing exactly what you did to that beautiful purple guitar. So cool. Do me a favor, look up Adam Reaver, FU-Tone.com. Hit him up. The guy is phenomenal. Michael, just send him an email. Tell him exactly what you just told me. Tell him what you got. Say, what did you do to Eric's? He'll tell you exactly, because he knows the technical terms of that stuff a lot better than I do. And I don't even know if I got the block right when we're talking the block tonight. But just say what you got and say, what could you do for me and what kind of price would I be looking at? He'll give you instructions on how to do it yourself. He's got videos on his website how to do it. But you can also arrange to ship it to him. He'll quote you a cost on labor and parts and everything like that. Probably in the grand scheme of things, it'd probably be better for you to send it to him, because unless you're a real technical wizard, I'd recommend giving it to the pro. And it's kind of funny, a couple of days back too, I forget who had said it, one of my friends had said, dude, you know how lucky you are to have Adam working on your guitar? And I said, yep, I know exactly how lucky I am, and I feel blessed, because that man has touched the guitars of every pro. Anybody who's anybody in the business who knows tone and wants tone, is chasing the tone, Adam has worked on their guitars, including our king himself. So yes, do I know I'm lucky and blessed to have Adam work on my guitar? Yes. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for adding me as an endorsed artist on your roster. I'm thrilled to this day. I've been on the roster for quite some time now, probably close to a decade, somewhere around there, and probably very close to that with EVH Gear as well. So both you guys, both your companies take care of me very, very well, and I thank you. So I hope that answers your question, Michael, a little bit, and Jeff as well. A very good question and observation on the kill switch. And it's just one of those things where there's no right or wrong. It's a preference thing. And I decided to go with this one because I didn't want to tear apart the guitar that much. I'm not saying maybe down the road I might try one of the other ones up in the top here like that too. I just like where this one is. I don't even know how the other one would work necessarily. I haven't had a chance to play the other style of kill switch, but I like this one where it is. Just comfortable. You can reach here like that as well. And it's always out of reach with the whammy bar as well. Get the whammy bar and you can tap it there. I'm just going to check one other spot here for some comments. And got other people's watching as well. Very thankful for the views. I had some great views lately. I don't think I've done a Camaro video for the past little bit, but I'm glad you guys are liking some of this live stuff. I've got some new technology that I've talked about on my channel a while ago that allows me to do some of my intros. I can tag my sponsors, which is really nice, as you can see in the bottom corner of the video there, VanHalenStore.com. Very thankful for those guys. Jeff has been a tremendous supporter of my channel. And speaking of Jeff, tomorrow I've got a nice shipment coming from the Van Halen store. I'm gonna have so many shoes here, Van Halen striped shoes, that I could probably wear a different pair every day of the week. So I'm doing a big video on that as well too, showing all the Van Halen striped shoes coming up next week, showing the summer wearables. We're gonna have some of the Van Halen shorts, really cool stuff. And I've been promising a good one on that as well. So we're gonna do that. we're going to the big one this weekend is going to be the AB shootout on the guitar. So I really hope you guys enjoy this stuff, and keep those likes and subscriptions coming. I really appreciate it. Because I'm putting a lot more into this now. I'm starting to see the subscriptions coming through a lot quicker than they ever used to. And if I don't have something to say, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to make up content just to fill time, and I'm not going to do stuff just to humor sponsors. I don't do that. Sure, I get reciprocation from the sponsors, but I'm not just going to say, "Hey, how's the weather your way?" just so I can tag a sponsor and get something for it. I like to bring you something that's tangible that you'll appreciate, and I love the feedback I'm getting. If you don't get it, I try my best to get back to comments as fast as possible on the YouTube videos. I'm pretty quick on it, I find. If I've missed you, please forgive me. I will get to that. Visit my website at ericbroadbent.com. There's a contact form in there as well. And when emails come through, I'll take a look at them and I'll flag them, and I'll make sure I get back to them in a timely fashion. And just keep the feedback coming. I love talking about the EVH brand. I love preaching the EVH brand. And to me, honestly, I can't see anything else out there that's better today. It's just a fun brand. It's a brand as well too, where anyone with next to zero budget to an unlimited budget can spend and get something out of it that they'll really appreciate. It's introducing a brand now to younger generations. It's introducing a brand to people of our veteran pros that can, it has something for everyone. So I can't say enough about it. So I don't see any other questions coming through at the moment. So I do thank all of you for checking this out, and watch for my AB shootout video, and probably maybe tomorrow I'll post the little unboxing video, and you get to see the family kind of having fun. It's almost like Christmas morning here. So we'll take a peek at that one maybe tomorrow. Maybe get a Camaro out on the road on the weekend and do a update from the road. And other than that, we'll talk to you real soon. Have a fantastic weekend, and like and subscribe, and cheers. And I'm out of here.